Hello and welcome to the Toyota AFL Dreamteam show. I'm Nat Edwards and once again I'm joined by the delightful Adam McNichol. Adam, thanks for joining us.
Delightful to be here, Natalie.
Now it's the eve of round one. It's the eve of the home and away season. We've all been waiting for it. It's a bit like Christmas, but just a little bit better.
It is, and for a Richmond supporter, like my good self, it's the best time of the year. The Tigers are undefeated.
Fantastic. Now, of course, the Tigers kick things off for us tomorrow night at the MCG against Carlton, and we've got the teams in hot off the press. So let's take a look at the newbies who will be making their debuts for the respective teams.
Kick us off with the Blue Baggers then.
We shall. Like Nicholas Dygan, the 26-year-old from Norwood, comes in for the Blues, as does Ed Curnow, upgraded from the rookie list from Box Hill, and Jeremy Laidler as well from Geelong has come into the Carlton side. Now, running hot Dream Team-wise, Chris Yarran, of course, he's worth about $250K. Has been moved into defence, still listed as a forward and scored 80 and 82 in his last two NAB Cup games. So I'm getting on the Chris Yarran train. And running cold, Dennis Armfield. He excited me with his 102 a few weeks ago, but has fallen off the bandwagon and he scored 12 last week or 2 weeks ago. So not good news for him.
Reece Conker is the big name to come in there for the Tigers. He's the number 6 pick, in last year's NAB AFL draft. He comes in along with Brad Helbig and Jake Batchelor. So a few young boys there for the Tigers. Also Sean Grigg, formerly of Carlton, and Basher Hooley, formerly of Essendon. So quite a few new faces in that Richmond lineup. Now, we've had a bit of a look at the pre-season form there for the Tigers. We've decided Sean Grigg is running hot. He got 134 points in the fourth week of the NAB Challenge games. He's worth $346,000, so quite expensive, but did average 22 touches last year. I'd say put Sean Grigg in. And Brett Delidio, we're giving him a bit of a slap today. Delidio, very consistent performer last year, but he's only just managed to scrape over 50 in his NAB Challenge games this year, and given he's up around the 400,000 mark, we think he's just a fraction expensive.
All right, well, just to explain, there is a partial lockout. So this is what happens in round one. Basically, you will have Thursday night to pick your Carlton and Richmond players, so you can lock them in before Thursday night, before the game starts at 7:40. And then, of course, on Friday, you still have the chance to bring in as many players from other sides as you like. So that's how the lockout works, and you won't lose any trades. Now, of course, we all look at, we're still looking actually for some bargain buys. I know I am. And we thought we'd head out to the AFL coaches and see if they could shed some light on who are the bargain buys at their clubs.
Well, it's always the first year players, isn't it? You know, the guys that no one knows of just yet, but they soon will. And you know, we've got a couple on that boat. Our first round pick, Sean Atley, I think will play a significant amount of senior footy in 2011. So, you know, he'll come cheap, and I'm sure his value will rise. And Cameron Richardson's the other one, a mature age player who we think will play a lot of AFL footy this year.
We've got a young rookie listed player that we're thinking about upgrading, Jared Irons. I'm not all over the prices of him, but I'm guessing a rookie listed player is pretty cheap.
Maybe Jack Darling, I think. You know, I'd assume he's currently at a pretty affordable price.
Young Wallace and Liberatore it'd be cheap, and we'll play some senior footy. And I'd imagine that Higgins and Ward, on the back of injury and illness interrupted seasons, would be probably undervalued as well.
All right, those bargain buys, very, very helpful there from some of the coaches. Any tips that you have for us, Adam? Or you don't want to give too much away?
Oh, look, I'm trying to stay on the down low here, but little whisper, you know, Nick Lower over at Fremantle,
yes.
But keep that one to yourself, all you dream teamers out there. Don't go tweeting that or anything silly. And Cam Richardson, to put Cam in, to not put Cam in, North Ballarat, boy.
How could you not put him in?
I know, cheap.
Okay, well, we got some more inside information during the week. I managed to catch up with Hawthorn captain Luke Hodge, and he gave us the inside word on what's happening down at the Hawks. Well, who's a bargain buy at Hawthorn that we should look at?
Probably someone who's under the value is Shawnee Burgoyne. He's had a really good pre-season and gets plenty of the ball. As a young fella, Shane Savage, he's probably played I think he's played all 3 or 4 games, and he's played really well. So he'll be a definite starter, I'd say, coming to round one. I'd expect him to play a few games.
And what about Paul Puopolo? He's someone that everyone's looking at for their bench as a defender. How's he going? Will he play senior football this year?
Yeah, I guess it's hard. I reckon you'll definitely play this year. It's I think we've got over 40 blokes to pick from for our first game, so we've got a number of blokes that are going to be unlucky and miss out. But look, Poppy's had a really good pre-season. He's quick, he's fit, so hopefully he does get a few games this year.
I guess it's hard because I sort of see him and Kyle Chaney as perhaps fighting for that spot that was left by Campbell Brown. Is that right? Yeah.
Chaney's another one who would be undervalued. He's played 4 games so far and he's been outstanding in all of them. So, look, I'd probably expect for Chaney's to play round 1. I'd say he'd be unlucky if he doesn't, but I guess there's going to be a lot of blokes in that boat.
Now, what about Cyril Rioli? He's a forward priced at around $357,000. Do you think he's worth the price tag there?
I think so. He's always going to be in the play, and he's just an excitement machine. I'd put him in the team just for some of the stuff he can do.
Now, who's a must-have player for Dream Team from Hawthorn this year?
Franklin.
Fantastic. Now, of course, what we are playing for, it's not just bragging rights over your mates, but we are playing for the fantastic Toyota FJ Cruiser. That's what's on offer. Born of the same legendary spirit of the original FJ Land Cruisers, the new FJ Cruiser from Toyota commands instant attention, Adam. Its rugged, retro-inspired looks make a real statement on the road, but it's out in the tougher environments that the FJ really earns its stripes. With a 4-litre V6 giving 200 kilowatts of power and 380 Newton meters of torque, active traction control and a locking rear differential, it's all about power and performance when it really counts. It really is a vehicle designed for getting you places, especially those places you've never been before. FJ Cruiser, a legend returns. So that's what's on offer.
Natalie, that's a magnificent prize because we all know that a real man needs a really big motor vehicle.
That is true, and Aaron Sandilands should definitely be getting himself a Toyota FJ Cruiser, in my opinion.
I think he'll be in one before we know it.
Now, of course, there still is time, isn't there, to sign up for Toyota AFL Dreamteam. It's not too late, so all you have to do is head to dreamteam.afl.com.au and sign up your team. You've still got time and you can still win that Toyota FJ Cruiser, isn't that right?
Get on board, quickly
before time
is running
runs out.
out.
I know, it's all exciting. It's all happening here. Round 1, of course, kicks off tomorrow night. And our weekly Toyota AFL Dream Team show started tonight, as you can see. And it will be back, of course, next Thursday night for another fantastic edition. Thanks so much for joining us again, Adam.
No problem, Nat. Pleasure to be here. Of course, we'll have all the teams next week.
We will indeed have all the teams. So in the meantime, good luck with your dream teams in round 1 and we'll see you again soon.